Hi everyone and welcome back. So today I am going to share with you guys a song that is very special to me and also the story behind how it came to be. So this is going back a fair way because my YouTube channel is still very new, and so I haven't done videos from my past songs and things like that. So I'm stepping back in time a little bit, but I think that is absolutely fine because this song is still loved by so many, including myself. So I'm speaking today about the title track of my second release, my second EP, which was called Blooming. Blooming is written about a loved one that I lost very suddenly, and a lot of people know that it's a song about grief and saying goodbye and my belief that we will see each other again. I just realised that I've got the blooming poster in the background here. That's pretty cool. So this will also make more sense why there's a dog on the front cover and a puppy on the inside cover and things like that. Blooming was written after I lost my beautiful dog named Chloe. She was a boxer dog. She was my first boxer. And going back even further, you know, growing up, I always wanted a boxer. And I knew that one day when I had my own paying job and I could afford to have a dog of my own, I would go out into the world and I would find a female boxer called Chloe. I knew who I was looking for, and it was very obvious when I found her that she knew who she was looking for all along as well. So we had a very close bond, an amazing connection, which I'm fortunate to have with a lot of my animals. And Chloe was my little shadow, you know. She went everywhere with me. And then one day in 2012 she had a seizure just out of the blue. It turned out that she had pancreatic cancer, but by the time we found it, by the time she showed any sign at all that she was unwell and that she was sick, it had already spread throughout her body, and there was nothing that we could do. So it was only 3 weeks from her diagnosis that we ended up having to euthanize her. And after that devastating time, I couldn't find joy anymore. I kind of shut down all my emotions, which I know is common in grief. I'd been through grief before, but doesn't mean that I'm any better at handling it. So I kind of numbed myself as protection, which meant that I also couldn't feel joy. I couldn't feel as much sadness or as much anger even, and so therefore I wasn't so consumed by the grief that I couldn't function anymore. But by numbing myself to my emotions, I also numbed myself to the good things, the joy. I wasn't able to songwrite. I was still performing, but I can certainly say that the performances were not my best, and my mum, who's always super honest with me, agrees that she's like, yeah, they weren't your best performances, honey, you were just running through the motions. But I did the best that I could at the time, and I could feel her with me, like, all the time. It still felt like I was always so shocked that I could feel her, smell her, everything, and I'd like she was always by my side. So I would kind of go down to look at her and then remember, no, Chloe's gone. She's not coming back. She's not there. And then one day I had this dream that, and that's when this song came to me, and it was like Chloe was singing the lyrics to me, the words to me. And I woke up crying, and I quickly wrote down what I was hearing in my head, and then when I read the words back, made me cry even more, because I was like, to me, this is definitely Chloe's goodbye speech. This is This is her final little gift to me. And I figured that song out, and there was a lot of healing in creating that song, in bringing it forward from the initial inspiration that I'd heard. And I still remember probably the most vital point in all this story was when I finally got into the studio and I recorded the song. That was the first song that I created. I was there for the whole week recording that EP. And the very first day we created Blooming. And I went to sleep that night listening to what we had recorded. And I had this amazingly vivid dream that felt so real. And in the dream, I was staying in this little cottage, and Chloe was there with me, and I was cuddling her, which I quite often did when she was with me, and she would lay in my chest there, and so as I could cuddle her, and I'd pop my arm over the top of her and just rub her chest there and pat it, and she just absolutely loved it. That was our cuddle time. And so she was there, and I could feel her warmth, and I could smell her and everything, and it was all so beautiful, and I was like, I've missed this. And then my dad walked into the cottage, and he looked so sad. My dad's alive, by the way, just so people know, for the clarification for this story, my dad is still in my life. But in this dream, he walked in and he said, and I hope that I'm not going to get too emotional here. Sorry. He said, "It's time to let her go now, Trace. She can't stay here." And I woke up and realised that it was a dream, and felt like I was grieving all over again, and like I'd lost her all over again. And then from that moment onwards, I've never sensed her. I've never heard her, felt her, smelt her, anything. She was truly gone wherever we go when we do pass on. And I honestly, wholeheartedly believe that that was her final gift to me, and that was all she needed to say, was what is in this song. And that is why she left, because I had finally created the song the way that me and her had heard it should be, and she could let go and leave me with this song to carry me through without her. And I named it Blooming because back when I was younger, and whether this is true or not, I think it's possibly only true in some cultures, but in some cultures, Chloe means blooming. So it just seemed so fitting to me, and it was also what I was told it needed to be called. And I also associate it with that fact that even though I was letting go of her and it was painful, it was also really beautiful. And even the day that we had to euthanize her, there was part of me that was just so relieved that I no longer had to worry that she was in pain, or that she was suffering, or that, she was fighting. I felt like she was finally free from cancer, free from the body that was starting to betray her, and I think all that comes across in this song anyway. So I've probably talked for so long now that most of you have left, but if you haven't left and you're still watching this video, I'm now going to play an acoustic version of it, and I thought I would also include some images of my beautiful Chloe, and also the lyrics to the song, because it's just such a vital message that I was given from that beautiful spirit realm. So thank you for listening to my ramblings, and that is the story behind Beautiful Blooming. And now I will stop talking and I will share with you Chloe's beautiful message. your light, can you see me now? From where you are, though it seems I'm gone, your heart knows I'm not. Can you feel me now? From where you are, I know you'll find your own way. And I sing my blessings every day. Lighten up your path, can you see them now? From where you are, I felt your heart break, so you lose your way. Can you feel that now? From where you are, I know you'll find your own way. And I sing my blessings every day. Up the night, you hold our memories all so tight. But can you feel me there? I am always there, just beyond your sight. Though it hurts so bad, you must move on. You have so much to give thanks to our love. One day you'll find me there, I'll be waiting there. Time is right, my soul pure light. Can you see me now? From where you are. There we have it, people. That's the beautiful song from my Chloe Ann. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you want to hear the recorded version of that song, it is on most favourite digital platforms and streaming and download platforms now. And I do still have physical copies of the CD as well, which have the cute puppy pictures of Chloe and a lyric booklet as well. So yeah, in the following little end screen you will see my website where you can head for all of those links. Thanks so much for listening, thank you for your support, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks very much, I'll see you guys next week, bye! The time is right, my soul pure light, can you see